Yes.
I'm a historian also of incarceration, but right now I'm working on reentry and incarceration policy of the federal government. So I'm excited to have those two worlds merge. And the question I walked in with has actually really been set up nicely by Alex's points today, which is thinking about this sort of long history where we've got this institution that's about control and coercion and brutality and often punishment, and then these reformers who periodically come through and want to think about reformation and rehabilitation and treatment. And so now in the policy worlds that I'm involved in, I see people wanting to move away from punishment, and I think they really overstate the extent to which the folks they're talking about are broken and damaged and in need of treatment, because that's the alternative model that everyone reaches for. And I think Khalil actually answered half of the question, which is to think about an alternative outside of that binary. So we've got that piece already on the table, but I was hoping that, I think probably Heather could speak to this best, using history to help us kind of critique that treatment model a little bit more, because we have had moments in time where prisoners themselves have offered really nice critiques of what's wrong with coming at this problem from a really treatment framework that really has rooted in it ghosts of pathology and all of these other things. So could you give us a little of that history?
Well, I just think, absolutely, if we, every bit of the history that's told here at this table today illustrates that trying to reform the criminal justice system within that system tended to generate more criminalization of color, more problems, just in different stripes, different wrapping. But what we were just talking about with, say, for example, New Deal programs, I mean, those are not criminal justice solutions. We have to think about this as, how do you solve the system with not by reforming the system. And I'm not even talking right now about abolition. These are other political, I'm literally talking about how would you address poverty, or address the need for jobs, or address the need for childcare or healthcare or whatever, but not through the criminal justice system. And unfortunately right now, so much of our discussion, even the most positive reform discussion, is only happening in DOJ circles. And that's not a criticism, wonderful, except for we need to be talking in other circles as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, in some ways, a net, I mean, this should be happening, and maybe it is, at the level of HHS as well as DOJ, because that's the kind of
Because it's not a DOJ problem.
Right.
I heard something slightly different, and I'm going to respond to it by saying either all these people are crazy or our society's crazy. So right now we're opting to these people are crazy.
True.
So they may have done things wrong, but we feel better thinking they have mental health problems, and so they're a little crazy. And so we're going to figure out how to address their craziness, when in fact we're not asking the question, is there something in the air that we breathe? Is there something in the water that we drink? Are there a set of values and choices that we propagate in this society that hurts people? And their pain and suffering, we can either confine it or we can medicate it. And so that is my response to your question.
Any further questions? Yes.